You're such an asshole.
All right. Banging them out here, Cappy. Maybe I'll take a shower today. You too, if you follow my advice, you too can lounge around in your pajamas and shirts and stink in a basement until noon if you just follow my 5 steps. All right. Another original. We're banging through the guy, a very charitable individual, but 10 originals. This is, I don't know, 4 or 5. And this is going to be of benefit to the younger men and women who are bold enough to heed this advice. And there has never been a better time. I'm not joking. And I should adjust for inflation. Let's say 120,000, 130,000. There's never been a better time for young people to quickly secure a stable income than today. And for whatever the problems the economy has, a lot of you are like, oh, inflation is going up and oh, I can't get things fixed. And there's all these problems, legitimate problems have with the economy. But a lot of that has to do, if not a majority, an outright majority of it, not plurality, a majority of it has to do with we didn't bring up or train enough skilled and useful people. We brought up and trained isn't even, we just coddled, raised now 2.5 full generations of pretty worthless, talentless, skillless, worthless people. Joker over at Better Bachelor is talking about how he needed something fixed on his car, and it was something beyond his expertise or skill, and he was too busy doing things. And I think it was an oil change. It's pretty simple, but it had a unique thing. They were booked out a month for an oil change. Maybe it was a light. It was something pretty simple. I've had to obviously do all my own maintenance and repairs on the house because the tradesmen out here are of poor quality and they don't finish the job is essentially what it is. Fair amount of mechanic work. Thankfully, I found a couple of mechanics that can do the job, which frees me up to do other things on the house. But what you're seeing with our economic issues in terms of inflation, yes, we print off more money, but there's also less. Oh, by the way, supply chain issues due to the disease is obviously another contributing factor. But let us not forget the labor shortage. What the labor shortage is, all these employers saying, we need people. We need people to come here and work to produce stuff. And another main complaint that employers have, we don't have enough skilled people. Well, then maybe you shouldn't have sent your kids, because the hypocrisy is astounding. I've known more than one boomer and Gen X parent. I can't find people with this skill set. What did you do with your children? Oh, my daughter's going to Middlebury, and my son, he wants to write. You're complaining about there not being enough whatever, mechanics, engineers, programmers, but you sent your kids to laughably stupid colleges for laughably stupid degrees. Now, it is too late in several regards for the young generations that have preceded before you. Okay, I'm talking to the very young. I'm talking high school age, maybe 20-somethings, younger 20-somethings. But your boomers and Zers, it's pretty much too late for them. For two main reasons. One, you only got so much youth and energy in you to expend on training. Generally, that means college, meaning going to school more, because 13 years apparently wasn't enough. But now we got to go 4 to 6 years and then go into crippling levels of debt to do that. By the time you come out of that and you're in your 30s, you're exhausted. And the financial burden of debt, student loan debt, also wears on you psychologically. And so I think people are burnt out mentally from going to school. So the number one advice I'd give to millennials, like, what should I do to turn my financial life around? I say, well, go back to college or go back to get some training at something that pays. Dude, they're burned out. And I understand that. Like, by the time I got done with college, I'm like, never going to school again. Never. Like, I got 17 years of education. If that's not enough for corporate America, screw them. So I can understand it. So they don't have it in there. Gen Z is a little bit like that. But also, they have not been given the operating system of a work ethic. Their operating system, if you look at what we train them in from certainly K through college, especially the teachers, has been of socialism, communism, entitlement, laziness. You deserve, you're entitled. And it's like, that's not how the world works, as we're finding out. What we need you to do is you need to go and produce things of value for society. You will earn a wage, and that wage will allow you to pay other people to produce things of value. That's all an economy is. Somehow they convinced 2 generations of people that nobody has to work. I don't know. There's robots that do the work. I don't know. The Chinese do our work. Farmers, they don't work. The food and the goods and they just show up magically through the economic Oort cloud. We just shat out goods and services. Where does the food come from? The store. I have my degree in philosophy. So not only do you have people that are burnt out and don't have it in them to go to school anymore, which I would argue too bad, you still have to go. It doesn't matter if you're tired or not, because your life won't improve otherwise. But they also have the life philosophy that they don't have to work, that they're entitled to get their stimmy checks and play video games. Now, let me get this. I thought this was going to help the millennials. Here's a book for every young person in high school to read. I know it's thick. I know, guys. I know. It's an Audible book if you want to listen to it. But the short, very, very, very short version of this is, do you want to become a millennial? Do you want to be 40 years old and still financially dependent on the government, your parents, or both? And the reason I wrote that book was to use them as a warning. One, to also save them. Like, look, here's what you got to do to get out of your problems, right? You were lied to. Oh, were you lied to? I agree there. But here's what you got to do to get out. And then also to use as an instruction manual to younger people so they never made those mistakes in the first place. And so it's all there. You could get it and figure out. But the short version is this. Right? Without 2 generations of people that have the skills or the work ethic, there is a desperate need for people who have some basic skills. Some basic skills in the olden time, back when I used to work, showing up on time and doing a good job would not be enough to keep you gainfully employed, let alone a living wage. Boomer bosses, it's a long different story. Now, all you got to do is show up. You get a living wage at McDonald's. Won't be a great living wage, but you can live on it. But if you take the time to get a handful of skills and a work ethic, you can make 100,000 easy, because there's such a shortage of skilled, trained people that show up on time that the wages have gone up to that's about $50 an hour. Now, what are these wages and skills? Like, as I said before, right? This is very important. You need to show up, be punctual, and do a good job, which is, you would think, 101. All right. But no amount of training is going to matter if you can't do that. There are some incredibly talented and skilled tradesmen out in South Dakota. Not a single one of them show up on time or do their job right. There are some that do. I just had a plumber come by and did a good job. All right. But the vast majority, they got this great skill. They could all easily make over $100,000. They don't. Why? Because they show up late, if at all. They do the job wrong, and then they got to come back and fix it, which means they're not making as much money as they would. They're doing twice the amount of work for the same amount of pay. Right. So if you do the job right, do a quality job, you show up on time, you do your job, none of which requires schooling, that immediately puts you into a higher league of people, and you will get promoted like assistant manager at the local Dunkin' Donuts or whatever. Again, not a super high standard of living, but you could live, $20 an hour, you could live. But to get that extra $30 an hour, so you're making $50 an hour, which is roughly $100,000 a year, the trades. Go to the trades. And you don't even have to do your old, do you want to become a truck driver? How about that? Be a truck driver. Work the overnight shifts, work the long haul shifts. But yeah, man, if you got a skill or a trade, if you can do electricity, if you can repair a car, you go get ASE certified. If you go to a trade school and get your certification, get your license. Yes, you might have to work under someone for a little, but you show up on time, you do the job right. you can start charging. You could charge way more than $50 an hour. You can immediately go to someone as immediate as it can be. You're going to have to learn and work and get some experience. We're talking 5 years minimum. Oh no, it's starting salaries of $30 an hour and then soon 50 once whatever, journeyman license. Right? And then you could go ahead and become your own self-employed person, get your own, and you show up on time. Easily, you can make 100,000 easy. And this is all before you're freaking 22. Well, the $100 might be 200,000 a year. That'd be your self-employed. I'd say definitely before you're 30. And 30 seems so long. No. Look at your average 35-year-old. Look at your average millennial. Is your average millennial making 200 grand a year self-employed? He or she isn't. Huh? Do you want to jump ahead generationally? Do you want to go through that hell? Or do you want to be rich? I'm not much of one for like, hey, make a lot of money and be rich because money is there. But man, there's not been a better time because there's such a shortage of skilled and talented tradesmen and tradeswomen out there where people just show up on time. And so if you're a young man or a woman, let's say you're high school age, 16, 17, now you got to start figuring it out. Guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. Don't go to college. I'd even say, why would you go into engineering? Like, that's 4 years of hard work, and not that the trades aren't hard work, but why would you study more school and pay? Go contact the union. Find out how to become a plumber. Find out how to become an HVAC guy. The easiest one would be a truck driver. Alex Matino, a truck driving Latino agent in the field, will tell you that, how to do that. And that's like several weeks training. And then you're making more money than your average college graduate with their master's degree is making. It has not been better. Now you're going to make more money, but you're going to skip college. You're going to skip 4 years of Marxist leftist hate male studies crap. You're not going to have to commute. You're not going to have to take all these worthless classes that have nothing to do with it. You get out there, you go work, you start making money. And then you're 22 and you come back to whatever, the 5-year reunion high school. And everyone, I got a degree from the university. Cool. How is it living at home with mom? What are you doing? Driving truck. Oh, loser. Yeah, loser, making 98 grand a year with my own house, not living at home. It didn't happen. My day wasn't, we didn't have this lopsided, this desperate of a labor economy. And even with the recession coming on, there are people that are going to need stuff repaired because they usually don't buy new during a recession. I think the shortage is so severe, so acute, that I don't think they're going to start laying off. Here's how well, if there's a recession, aren't they going to start laying off people? Yeah, in bloated economies. The reason there's a recession in terms of production is because we don't have enough people that actually produce things. We got a ton of social media experts and diversity inclusions and MBA and HR people and all these worthless jokes of people at the higher echelons of corporate America and the IT world and the FANG companies. Those are the people getting laid off. But the reason there isn't enough production is because we don't have any real men and women that actually produce the thing. CNC machinists, metalsmithing, millwright, mill people, pipe fitters. That is still going to be in demand. And so I would strongly recommend not listening to the dumbest people in your life. Not a joke. The world's dumbest politicians. No. The media. No. Even dumber than that. Who's dumber than politicians and the media? Your teachers. Your teachers are so stupid and so unaware of the real world. They're teachers. They've never lived in the real world. They don't know anything. We go teach the children. There's your teacher, right? If I would look into the state. Here's what I would do. If you're 14, 15, or 16, see if you can't go to trade school already. Skip college, man. Skip high school. I'm not saying don't graduate from high school, but if you could go to the trade school, learn how to start wrenching on vehicles or be a pipe fitter or something like that, I'd go see what their age requirement is. And if you could come in at 15 or 16, do it. And I go to high school online or I drop out. Go to trade school, get your trade. I don't need you don't even need your GED. Hopefully not. That's discrimination actually right there. That's race and class discrimination, requiring you have a GED or a diploma. Like, that is like to attend this school. No, give me the education and the training now. So I would absolutely do that. Are you saying drop out of high school, go to trade school? Yeah. What are you learning in high school? Are you learning to hate yourself? Are you learning about the oppressions? Oh, nosies. Are you learning about whatever worthless crap they're teaching? I bet you're not learning how to change oil or do your taxes, but that's not part of it, right? So there you go. That's how you make 100. Dude, if you got out at 16, by 20, you'd be making, I can't promise you, of course, but I bet you by 20, you could be making $100,000 a year. And your idiot colleagues and friends would still be in school getting the prereqs out of the way. Anyway, link below is a book, Bachelor Pad Economics. And then, oh, by the way, if you make the money, please don't piss it away. Take the other class that's linked down below, Achieving Financial Excellence. It's $99 and you'll learn more in that class than you will anything throughout your entire high school education and career. All right, let's go to the super chats. We got any? Rookie in the Violet Hour, $5. I truly need help setting a plan. I am no profitable. Well, maybe if you should learn to speak the English. Are you in any? Oh, here's a better question. I should not assume. Are you in an English-speaking country? Because you need decent communication skills. I'm not a big fan of forcing 20 years of English classes on people, but you are not profitable? $5.25 credit. You don't pay your bills? Overweight with no family. Your choices? Your family may have not that. Buy him 23 with no college debt. That's so you're in better financial shape than your average college graduate. Look, you're fat. Don't ask me what the solution is. Eat less or work out more. $5.25. You're not paying back your bills, and you couldn't find a job in today's economy. Don't give me this crap. You choose this life. You chose it. Have fun. Have fun with your crappy life, buddy. Hey, 10 years from now, when the fear of putting the ho-ho down and going for a run and getting a second job, and when you're still in this position because you're a coward and you're a weakling, you're afraid of work, and then your life has just been, and your youth is all gone. Yeah, buddy, I hope that the lies comforted you. Yeah, go join the Marines. That'll beat your ass in. Man, there's a guy you don't want to meet. Ed, holy cow, you want him on your side in a bar fight. Never been easy. Rookie of the Violet Hour. I was definitely afraid of debt. Now, how are you afraid of debt? You have it. I'm afraid of being poor. You are poor. My father and I are in the same boat. My mother has to work for the rest of her life. Oh, man. Do you want that? Yeah, Rookie, join the Marines. All your problems will go away and be replaced with newer ones. And then you won't be poor no more. Oh, I can smell it through the internet. You're just afraid of work. I can smell that fear of work. You guys smell that too? Oh, it's a stench. Oh, it's like living next to the dump. We'll see you in 10 years when you're still in the same situation. Tycho, $2. I love my sisters. Both are millennials and lazy as F. Yeah. I don't know why you would love lazy people. That's poor quality people. Let me guess. Is it the patriarchy holding them down? I bet you it is. And I bet you they have leftist politics so they can feel good about themselves, right? Bob, $2. Is that a big deal to be 2 to 5 minutes late? Yeah. Like I don't deal with people who are a second late. My girlfriend was late once and I read her the riot act and it's like, no, your time is not more valuable than my time. You go ahead, continue to be 2 to 5 minutes late, see what happens. Wholesome DJ Aftershock, $2. Dude, bro, options trading and flipping houses, bro. Yeah, bro. Options trading, bro. Oh, all those. You know what's going to be great is to see all these business majors just get screwed. This is going to be the business major recession because they have Nova. Excuse me, hang on. Went down the wrong throat. Unless you're an accountant, all business majors are just going to suffer. They're just going to, all the advertising and marketing. Oh, all you make, you're screwed. Dungus Fund, $2. People with master's degree make good coffee. They do, don't they? Vlad Elkham's ex does it. The Black Blur, $5. So, Cappy, I need to be the plumber, electrician, handyman, that, and satisfy frustrated wives. My disdain for the institution of marriage and how little respect people who are in that institution give it. Oh, but they're married. All the better. Dude, wives are on the table, man. Wives are on the table. I don't care. I didn't care back in the day. What if he comes after you? Too bad. Yeah. There's no wives. There's no husbands anymore. There's no marriage anymore. Go get them. Go get them, Black Blur. All you, man. All you. If you can bang the housewives, the desperate housewives, get them. Alex Patino, a truck driving Latino agent in the field, $5. Drive a truck, no labor involved unless you go flatbedding or join the army. Well, you did both, right? You did the army? I don't know if you did flatbedding. But Alex, I don't want to drive truck. Can I work with the children? Or play, I want music. Oh God, I get this from guys. Music is my passion. Good for you. Drive truck anyway. Where is there a class on passions? I'm unaware of, like a mandatory class they all make you take in high school where you guys come out like, oh, I have to do what I'm passionate about. Is that what the teachers are telling you? Are the teachers telling you should do what you're passionate about? Sabertooth Defense System, $10. No excuse for not having a job without a degree. Go to any machinist shop, contract manufacturer in your area, and they'll teach you the job on how to be a CNC machinist. Average pay is $24 to $29. There you go. There you go. Yeah, the other guy up there, like, oh, I got a 525 credit score. Oh, did it happen to you? Did life just happen to you? It's a weird thing, but it is a blessing. I know all of you hate the Zoomers and the millennials for being socialists and entitlement and lazy. And oh, can I major in dumb crap and the world create a job for me to do the things? Not when there ain't no food, there's not. I know it agitates you, but I don't worry about work ever again. I don't, because there's such a shortage of people who just are responsible to show up on time. Hell, the military can't even make the recruiting requirements because y'all can't throw a grenade. It's never been better just to show up and be a reliable working Joe. And demand a decent wage. Like, yeah, you're paying me. And if the corporate guys give you any guff, they give you any boomer office politics BS, you look at them like, no, see, I'm going to go work. Wait. Oh, okay. We won't require you to work Christmas. That's why I thought we originally agreed upon. Is it going to be any more of this BS where you lie? Any more? You going to lie in the future? Don't lie to me. I'll show up. I'll do my job. You don't lie to me. Rookie in the Violent Hour, $5. Where do you get $15? Where? I work at a warehouse for 12 hours. I have $6,000 saved up. I lose weight and go to the army. And go to the army? You are right, Cappy. Well, why you... Dude, if you got a 525 credit score, you obviously have debts. Why are you paying me $15 to share your opinion? You work 12 hours. A day? A week? What? Go to the army. Alex Patino, truck driving Latino agent in the field, $5. I went flatbedding for TMC, the Turner Classic Movie Channel. No, it's TCM. Because it was one of the few driving companies that take in new, unexperienced drivers because insurance sucks and they pay crappy. I wonder what they're paying now. Even before the great laying down and not doing anything occurred, I've never understood how employers would waste so much time searching for employees only to pay them crap so there's no employee loyalty and not to train them. I've always wondered that. Like, even back then, I was like, this is costing you money. We can't find workers. Oh, we had to fire him. Oh, it didn't work out. Well, did you take the time to train him? Oh, he quit. He's not showing up on time. Well, yes, because you're paying him $7 an hour. Of course, he's not showing up on time. I remember in the olden days, of course, we'd have to adjust for inflation. Man, if you paid me $15 an hour, I'd be, well, what do you want? I'll be here. All right, that's it. Okay, there you go. Glad I helped out you kids. Link below, Bachelor Pad Economics, I think, and Achieving Financial Excellence. Good course, little introductory course on, trying to click through this. Once you get your money, how to save it. And I'm not joking, kids. It's going to be way more valuable than any class you take in high school, probably even college. Not because it's a great class, but because you're not learning anything in those schools. All right, see you guys later. Toodles.